I just posted a video where I was talking a little bit about this render, this kind of like mock-up based on what are the rumored dimensions of the upcoming iPhone Fold, which apparently match the dimensions of a rumored Galaxy Z Fold 8 that is going to be like a widescreen device. Apparently both companies are making a short, wide folding phone. And in that, by the way, this is a very cool little thing I was able to 3D print based on a Reddit thread. I'll put it on screen right now to give them credit for allowing me to do this very, very cool stuff. But in that video, I'm getting lots of comments from people who seem to not understand which of these two devices would have the larger 16:9 video. And I can kind of understand that simply because the Z Fold 7 it basically has a more overall screen real estate, but this device is wider. It's closer to 4:3, and it actually does have more room for 16:9 video. And I can kind of demonstrate this for you guys, and hopefully this just kind of clears things up. So here is my Galaxy Z Fold 7, and I'm just going to show you the measurement here, right? So we're going to go from that corner down here to this corner, and I know it's not going to be quite perfect, but it's just a shade under 7 inches. We'll round up and say 7 inches. It's a little bit under that, though. Now, when it comes to this device, I can't just pull up a video and then, measure it like I just did, right? That would be nice and easy, but I can't do that. But I do have a way to get there anyways and have a very precise measurement to determine between a more square screen like on the Z Fold 7, like what we expect on the Z Fold 8, which one is going to have the bigger 16:9 screen between that and these 4:3 devices that are rumored to be coming. So what we're looking at is an application called Orca Slicer, and this is what I actually use to do 3D prints. This is where I load up the files and print them. But what I did is I loaded up the file once again for this iPhone Fold, and I dropped on top of it just a black flat thing, and we're going to resize this. This is round about what the total screen real estate would be, but we're going to resize this and make it fit a 16:9 screen. And to do that, we need to change this value to about 92, let's say 93 millimeters, and there we go. This would be effectively a 16:9 image being displayed on this kind of mock-up, apparently the same measurements as this wider Galaxy Z Fold device that may or may not even exist, but you're going to get the idea anyways. And now what we're going to do is we're going to select our generic cube, and we're going to measure. And I can go from corner to corner, and that is 189 millimeters. And 189 millimeters, 2 inches, is 7.45 inches. So the Z Fold was a little under 7 inches, round up to 7. This is 7.4 inches. It is indeed larger. So to those of you who have been confused about this and who maybe, were wondering like why this would be better for 16:9 content, hopefully that visualizes things for you. You're going to have less letterboxing, so just a little bit of a black bar at the top and the bottom, and a larger 16:9 video. And look, a lot of people, they want to use their foldables to watch multimedia. I talked about this in a recent video where I talked about how the original Pixel Fold had a good design, and everyone seems like they're kind of going backwards to something approximating that design. People are opening up the Galaxy Trifold twice and seeing a wider screen and going, wow, look how much bigger 16:9 content is. Square screens are pretty good for like productivity, for multitasking. There's just a lot of room there, and there's a lot of room for split screening and things like that. Although you could argue that this is going to be really cool for split screening because you're going to have two very, very wide Surface Duo-esque applications on screen. Very, very exciting. But this, is one continuous screen, unlike Surface Duo. So having a video going all the way across this, that's going to be a pretty nice experience, and it will be bigger than it is on these square screens, or screens that are close to square, like the Galaxy Z Fold 7. Even, as you saw in the video earlier, even when you rotate it, this should still have the bigger video. So if your dream device is something that you can open up and have the biggest possible, video experience without having two hinges, this is the design that you're looking for, and this is the design that rumors indicate both Apple and Samsung, and hopefully maybe even Motorola, and hopefully some other people, the more the merrier, are headed towards. Hopefully that clears things up. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more content like this, and until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.